Hi, it's Stephen from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 28 of the January Daily Draws. So let's see what message we get today, and I'll be taking the first card from the Linestrider Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay. We'll go there. So we have the High Priestess. So this is about our spiritual connection and using our spiritual connection to get guidance, to get to know how to use our knowledge, develop our abilities, and our spiritual perception about things that are not always tangible. This is like tapping into the unseen realm. This is also learning to use our intuition, developing and learning to use our intuition, to trust our intuition, learning how to use our intuition for our life journey and how to move forward. We've talked about sometimes we don't know the full facts of a situation. We may not know all the information that we need. But in this situation, we may have a gut feeling. Our intuition may point us towards a certain direction. So, but sometimes we need to learn to develop that and trust that. But if you have a gut feeling, is there a way that we can validate that gut feeling by discovering? Will that gut feeling lead to us discovering actual facts to back up that feeling? Sometimes we have to trust our intuition and act on that without any basis or that would prove 100% that intuition is correct. We just have to learn to discern and to trust that intuition, and we will find out by following that intuition sometimes how true that intuition was. So there's a little bit of trial and error. Sometimes our intuition will prove correct. Sometimes what we believe is intuition may not be true intuition. It's just guessing, and we need to learn how to develop to know the difference between the two and how to develop that skill. So, but maybe our intuition will lead us to investigate a certain fact, to look for a certain fact. We may not intuitively know the answer to a question we have about a situation. There's a bit of knowledge that we need, that we feel that we need, we haven't yet gotten, and thereby we can't make a decision yet. We have that limited view of the moonlight and the moon card and all that kind of thing that we've had coming out in these readings. And we may get intuitively that we believe that we know in our gut what the knowledge is, but maybe until we really get used to listening more and acting upon that intuitive guidance, we can follow our gut feeling that the thing we know is about a certain the thing that we need to know is something about a certain person or a certain aspect of that situation. We haven't got enough information on it, but we know that's the bit we need. We sort of have an intuitive feeling that what we're going to find out is this, and so that if possible, we can then look into that specific matter. It cuts down the time of wondering what information we need. We may intuitively know what we need to know, or we have a feeling that we probably know it, but we're not entirely sure. We need some information to back it up. So this intuitive process is something that we learn and develop and grow into but it's a voice, that inner voice, that we shouldn't ignore, because it will at least signpost us to the right direction. Even if it doesn't actually give us the entirety of what we need, it may tell us that this is the direction we need to look to find the information. So it can work hand in hand with that. So that's what the High Priestess, I feel, is telling us today, is that we may intuitively know the area in which to go and look. So, when we're looking for something, and we say we've lost something we've put it somewhere in the house and we don't know. It may take us ages to search the entire house, but do we intuitively think, well, I think it's more likely to be downstairs, and it may either be in the dining room or the kitchen? It narrows it down, and it makes the searching easier. So that's the kind of illustration I would give for that. So we know it isn't upstairs. We know it, so that rules out the top floor of the house. We know it's downstairs somewhere, and it's probably, and we have a good feeling that it's in the vicinity of the dining room and kitchen. It's in that area, general area, and that narrows it down for us and saves us time. So that's why listening to that gut feeling, that inner voice, and following that intuition can be helpful. So that's what this card is saying, is don't forget to listen to that inner voice that you have, that connects you, that isn't connected to things that we can see and know for a fact, but it's something we feel and know inside. It's that inner knower, isn't it? That I know that I know that I know, but I can't show you why I feel I know that, because it's something in this inside connection to something that we can't touch or see, but we seem to know it. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Deep Freeze, which is about a pause. This, I believe, tags on to the Four of Swords we had yesterday. Game of the Lion that we had on the Four of Swords yesterday. And to me, this is, we and this fits in with what we've had about not rushing to judgment and conclusion until we have the facts. So we may need to hold back and pause on something until we have that information. But in our search for that information, and as we seek that information, follow that inner voice as to where to look for it, and we may get it intuitively, or be signposted towards the information we need intuitively. But until then, we may need to freeze, stop in our tracks and not rush to judgment until we have that information. Okay, so that's what I believe the message is today. I'll be back tomorrow with day 29. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.